cultural differences in
Yeah.
our marriage. So, how do you feel about my culture?
To be honest, when I first met you and meeting the family, the culture was a bit. It was normal. Like now you're meeting people and all whatever it was, so
Mm.
it was fine. But when you started with ceremonies and oh, by the way, I met you, and then a month later, your mom passed away.
Yes, we met, yeah, in few of a month,
Yes,
been together.
just about a month. Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
she passed on.
Mm.
And I remember that last weekend of hers, she was like insisting she wanted to come to your
To come
house.
to see where I live.
Yes.
Correct. Mm.
She was insisting, and she even said, you know what, if we can't make it this weekend, this is my last weekend. But didn't think that further that this is her last weekend.
Yeah, it's amazing how she could say that, and for sure a month later she was
Not a
gone.
month later,
Oh, the following week.
the following week on Thursday, she passed on.
Damn.
That was Saturday, Thursday, she passed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my family met you on mother's funeral,
Yes.
the first time they saw you.
Yes.
So they didn't know about you at all. You were quite close with mother.
Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, your relationship was.
Was with mother.
Mhm.
Yes.
So when they met you, they thought like your mother's boss. So how they set up the whole thing that you have to come in front and speak,
Yes,
I don't
my name
know,
was put into the list of people that need to stand up and speak at the
and
funeral.
speak.
And I was caught up and thrown at the deep end. I was like, whoa, what has just happened? I'm being called to say something at a funeral. But yeah, we went past that. It was quick for me. It was like,
It was quick and
yes,
you
it was quick.
nailed it. I
Yes,
must say,
it was like, thank
you
you.
nailed it.
You know, it was great knowing mother here, but for a very short time, but she was a great person, and we moved on. So yes, on culture, what shocked me most was
The
the
cleansing
cleansing
ceremony.
ceremony when you had to shave all your hair off,
Yes.
and the family too. So it was like, oh, I came through. I think it was a weekend.
A weekend, yes, it was a weekend.
Yeah, and I saw you without hair. I was like, oh my god, what has just happened here? No, and then you explained, no, it's our culture.
Yes. I remember, yeah, I've explained to you before because yeah, after the mother's passing, it was like, okay, now we can't meet for a period of a month
Yes,
because I have to mourn as an elder daughter. So I was supposed to mourn.
to sit with the family.
Yes, to
Yeah.
sit through the family and respect mother
Yes.
for a period of a month. So the reason they gave me a month it was because I was still young,
Okay.
I guess. Yes. So after a month, you asked me what happens now after a month, and I said, okay, we have to buy a ship.
Oh
This
yes.
slaughter a ship.
And do the
The,
cleansing.
the cleansing is the blood. I don't know whatever they put inside. Usually,
Yes.
yeah, I know it's the blood or something. So,
Mm.
in some parts of the ship that they use, and then get in that bath.
Mhm.
That's how we cleanse.
Yes.
And we do that early hours of the morning.
Yes. That was scary for me when I heard that. So you're gonna bath in blood? Ah, okay. But anyway, if it's what it is, I support it, and we went through it. So yes, you did what you need to do, and I was happy that you were going through all that you needed to do. But there was no objection on my side. But cultural, I just respected the culture.
Yes, you respected
I
the
respected it,
culture.
yes.
You did. So with my family impression,
Yeah.
the thing on the cleansing ceremony, my uncle was concerned. His concern was about you being married, having a wife back home in Malawi and kids.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was his biggest concern. I think the age thing, it never really like bothered him
Bothered,
that
yes.
much. Yes. but the marriage.
Being this Malawian, you can't trust. He's got a wife in Malawi.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
categorize you as Malawian. They say you're an Indian.
Okay.
Indian,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that's another thing because my mother was Indian, my father was Portuguese, two different um, races basically coming together. Also, they went through their battles of culture because my grandfather was a very strict Muslim. My father was Christian. So for my mother to go into there years back, it was difficult. It was very difficult. But they went through their own battles and eventually they got married and yes, 40 years together. That's what it was. But accepting the culture, moving forward to me, it was pretty much easy also to say, wow, look, I know as I grew up with my grandfather, and then I grew up knowing part of my father's side, it was easy to migrate myself into your culture. Yes.
So now, what do you believe? Which side do you fall in, Muslim or Christian?
Uh, for the first years of my life, I grew up on the Christian side. I've been with my grandfather. I lived with my grandfather for about 2 years. In that time, I converted and became a Muslim. I went to mosque with him. And then when I went back to live with my parents again, I changed again to Christian. So I cannot say I fall on each side, but I can say I've experienced both
sides. Yes.
That's my take. Yes, I've experienced both sides. And in the end, it's where I feel comfortable, which both sides I'm comfortable. Yes.
Yeah. So with me, the same. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. Mixed. I can say mixed cultures as well. Yeah. My father is a Xhosa, and my mother is a mix of Sotho and Xhosa. So I'm also that mixed Sotho and Xhosa.
So you're in between.
I'm in between.
Ah, get it.
Yes.
Great.
So, but mostly on my mother's side, they follow the Xhosa tradition because they grew up in my grandmother's family side.
Yeah.
And on my father's side, they also strictly they do on their tradition. Yes.
I always thought it was the same, Xhosa and Sotho. I always thought it's the same.
No, it's not.
It's not the same.
No.
It's just culture, but different.
It's just culture. Different cultures. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, culture. I can say I fitted in, and also on my side of the family, when I met you and introduced you to my family, they were like, "Oh, are you sure what you're doing?" And yeah, you know what? I'm old enough to know what I want. And yes, in the end, it was acceptable with a little bit of the misunderstandings, but in the end, we won. I won. And I think on your side, we won too.
We won.
So yes, that's what has brought us together up to now. So accepting culture, I'm good at that. Yes.
I agree. I agree. Yes. But which part of my culture that you could say it's difficult for you to understand or to accept?
I can accept the whole culture, but when it comes to participation, it's difficult for me to participate in anything because it goes against what I know. Well, I don't know much of I don't know the culture, but I accept it. So when it came to, like, for example, the ceremonies and cleansings and unveilings and all that, we don't really have that. So
yes, we don't.
yes, but I supported when we needed to do it.
Mm,
So also when it came to the slaughtering of animals for cleansing or
mm. For any other ceremony.
for any other
Mm,
ceremony, it's difficult for me to see that animal alive and then in the next couple of minutes we got it in a pot.
mhm.
It was difficult for me the first time, but now I accept it as it's culture. It's not a problem. So yes, that was the only difficult part for me. But
Mhm.
moving moving through it all, it was just an understanding that we are different cultures. So I just
Mhm.
got to accept it.
You have to accept it.
Exactly.
Yes. But your favorite drink?
Combo.
Combo hot.
Yes, yes. You know, the only part I love of the ceremonies is the Nkombo. You know,
Combo
Nkombo. Yes, when you sit together and then you got this nice calabash and you can shake it and wiggle it and just down
drink.
it like, oh, that's the best part. So whenever you say to me, "Oh, my family is having a ceremony," I was like, "Let's
Mm.
go, let's go," because for me it was that, you know.
Pom combo.
Yes,
Yeah.
sit around all the guys and then we talk and then we would have fun,
Mm-hmm.
discuss things like nothing happened and just drink all this stuff.
Drink.
Ah,
Yes.
that's mind blowing. I actually miss that. I miss that stuff.
Yeah, I think when we come back to South Africa for a
Yeah,
visit, we'll
that's
do
the
that.
first thing.
Yeah,
Ceremony or no
we'll
ceremony.
do
We
that.
want it.
Mm-hmm.
I want it. Yeah.
We'll do it.
And you remember every time I went for the ceremony,
Mm.
on the way home, I had to pack at least a 5 liter
Yes.
to take
Uh-huh.
with
To
us.
take off.
Put it back in the fridge and sip it through the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best. I loved it.
Yeah, but I would say the part of my culture that I feel like it's hard for you to accept, or it's been, I don't know how to say it, but it's hard for you to accept. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
It's that part when it comes to traditional healers, those
Oh
traditional, yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
Not sangomas, but
um,
yes.
mm,
Say when it comes to the traditional healing of stuff and
mm,
what they call it, and then there's ceremonies that go around, and one member of the family has to go for a little while. They say that to answer a calling, and
yes,
then there's three
mm,
or four things that happen in between, the
mm,
ceremonies that happen in
that's
between,
what
and
it
then when they
is.
get out, it's a whole thing. It was difficult for me to understand it. Why through all this? But I
Mm.
just put it to say it's culture, and I got to accept it. Yeah, it was difficult, but now why all this? Why this? Why that?
Yeah,
But yeah, it was very hard. There was a point in time when it was
mm,
very difficult for me
it was.
because you had fallen into that, and it was so hard for me to understand and even accept. But we went past it.
We went past it.
Yes, we
Yeah,
went
that
past it.
was never your
No,
your thing. That you
no,
never liked it,
but
and
yeah, but
you never like pretended you.
no, it was out of my belief, you know. But like again, I said culture. So I fitted in the end, like
Mm,
to say these are my values, these
mm,
are your values. So we sat down and discussed it and said, okay, we're gonna find a break point, an even point, and in the end, we accepted to say, right, this is how it is, this is how it's gonna be. But if we're gonna move forward, we're gonna take this decision.
yes.
And yes, that's where we went.
Yeah, I
Um,
think yeah. After marriage,
mm,
things became fine now because I'm neutral now,
yes,
and I'm more open minded.
exactly. I think
Yeah.
same with me because then after
Mm,
that, I could go to your family side and just fit in. There was no
mm,
problem. And even in the ceremonies, it was like, ah, don't worry about it. It's just
mm.
part of us. And
Yes.
I just fitted in. Yeah. But yeah, things happen and you've got to adapt with the culture. You got to adapt with
Yes.
who you are in life. Yes, that's what I think.
Yeah, very
And,
true. Yeah.
and
So
yeah,
I think that yes.
yes,
Okay.
I'm good with the culture.
Okay, guys, if you've watched till this far, please subscribe, comment, like, and share the video.
Especially the comments. I would love to hear in the comments what people think about
What people
cultural
use.
differences coming
Mhm.
together and just making it two different cultures.
Yes.
That could be nice. And then tell us what you think.
Yeah. Just comment, guys. We'll really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye.